What if I told you the darkest fictional universe ever created isn't filled with demons, it's filled with humans? Imagine waking up tomorrow with no arms, no legs, no face, only enough awareness to know you're alive, but no power to change your fate. Now imagine living like that. Not for years, not for centuries, but for millions of years. That's the world of all tomorrows, a story where extinction isn't the worst thing that can happen to humanity, because sometimes living is far more horrifying than dying. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why millions of people call it one of the darkest fictional universes ever imagined.
One day, the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal.
Unlike most sci-fi stories, All Tomorrows has no hero, no chosen one, no final battle. It's written like a history book, documenting the next 1 billion years of humanity. Written by C.M. Kozman under the pen name Nemo Ramjet. It asks one terrifying question: what happens if humanity doesn't go extinct but stops being human? And the answer is far darker than you can imagine. Chapter 1. When humanity became invincible. Humanity eventually conquers disease, almost defeats aging, masters genetic engineering, then spreads across thousands of planets. Different worlds create different humans. Some adapt to oceans, some to crushing gravity. Some barely resemble the people of Earth anymore. At first, it feels like progress, but evolution never stops. And that's the first horror of All Tomorrows. Because it asks a simple question: how much can something change before it stops being human? Before humanity finds the answer, something ancient finds us. An alien species called the QU arrives. No diplomacy, no negotiations, only war. Humanity fights for centuries, entire planets burn, civilizations disappear. But the QU are millions of years older. Their mastery over biology makes human science look primitive. Eventually, humanity loses. But the QU don't destroy us. They do something far worse. They rewrite us. To them, genetic engineering isn't science, it's religion. Every conquered species becomes a living experiment. Humanity isn't exterminated, it's redesigned. One colony becomes animal-like creatures. Another loses its intelligence, others become living tools. Every planet receives a different nightmare. And then, the QU simply leave, as if humanity was nothing more than another completed project.
My ass would have stayed in the primordial soup if I knew there was gonna be days like this.
Chapter 3. When humanity became something else. The QU didn't just defeat humanity, they erased every definition of what it meant to be human. Every colony received a different fate. Not based on logic, not based on justice, simply because the QU believed they had the right to redesign life itself. And that's where All Tomorrows becomes truly horrifying, because every new species used to be us. The colonials became giant blocks of living flesh, unable to walk, unable to build, unable to escape. Entire generations lived and died without ever knowing what freedom felt like. But somehow, they weren't even the worst fate. The Mantelopes were engineered into harmless, grazing animals. Once capable of exploring galaxies, they spent millions of years running from predators, their intelligence reduced to nothing more than instinct. Then there were the finger fishers, descendants of humans forced to survive in alien oceans, their bodies twisted into bizarre aquatic forms, their hands stretched into long living tools, used only to reach food hidden beneath the water. Nothing about them resembled the people they once were. The Lopsiders suffered a different nightmare, designed for worlds with crushing gravity. Their bodies became grotesquely asymmetrical. One side grew enormously larger than the other, making even the simple act of moving feel unnatural. And perhaps the cruelest part, none of these species remembered Earth. They didn't remember cities. They didn't remember families. They didn't remember being human. Imagine if tomorrow, every trace of our civilization disappeared. No books, no internet, no language, no history. And after enough generations, nobody even remembered that humanity had ever existed. That's exactly what the QU accomplished. They didn't just destroy our future, they erased our past. The real horror of all tomorrows isn't body horror, it's watching humanity disappear without ever actually going extinct. Chapter 4. Evolution Strikes Back. But here's where the story changes. Millions of years pass, the QU disappear, and life does what it has always done. It adapts. Species that were once broken begin evolving intelligence again. The terrifying-looking killer folk build civilizations. The modular people become entire colonies of tiny organisms working together as one mind. Even the colonials somehow find their way back through evolution, different, alien, but intelligent. The QU believed they had ended humanity forever. Instead, they accidentally proved something incredible. Evolution never truly stops the real monsters, but history repeats itself. One human descendant called the GRAVITALS abandons biology completely, becoming machines. At first, it seems like perfection, no disease, no pain, no aging. But eventually, they begin seeing every biological species as inferior. And just like the QU before them, they start wiping civilizations out. The victims become the conquerors. Meanwhile, another branch called the ASTEROMORPHS, who escaped the QU long ago, evolves in deep space. Instead of chasing domination, they pursue knowledge. Eventually, they defeat the GRAVITALS, not because they are stronger, but because they understand something humanity keeps forgetting. Power without empathy always destroys itself. At first, All Tomorrows looks like a book filled with bizarre creatures, but underneath every illustration is a much bigger question. If your body changes, are you still you? If your memories disappear, does your identity survive? If humanity no longer looks human, is it still humanity? The book never answers. It lets the reader decide. Maybe humanity was never about appearance. Maybe it was always about curiosity, creativity, the desire to understand the unknown. Those things survive. Even when the human body doesn't, the final twist makes everything even more haunting. The narrator finally reveals they aren't human. They're another intelligent species, living hundreds of millions of years after humanity is gone. To them, our civilization is nothing more than ancient history, the same way dinosaurs are to us. And suddenly, you realize something. One day, our entire civilization could become just another forgotten chapter in the universe. That's why All Tomorrows is so disturbing. Not because billions die, not because humanity loses a war, but because it attacks the one thing we believe can never be taken away, our identity. The QU erase humanity's body, its culture, its history, its certainty. Yet somehow, life still finds another way forward. Maybe not as Homo sapiens, maybe not in a recognizable body, but as thinking beings, still searching for meaning. Maybe that's the real message of All Tomorrows. Everything changes, bodies, civilizations, even stars. But as long as something in the universe continues to ask questions, to imagine, to create, perhaps a small part of humanity never truly dies.